Hi everyone, I'm Chantel, the Happy Homeschooling Housewife, and today's video is all about what we are learning during the 2019-2020 school year. So if you're first new to my channel and you don't know, I have 3 girls, and this year they're going into 8th grade, 5th grade, and 3rd grade. We're super excited. So if you are looking for some homeschooling inspiration, if you want to see what we're doing this year, then you won't want to miss this video. Okay guys, so I'm excited to show you all the materials that we're going to be using this year. We have a lot to go over and I want to do it in a seamless way for you guys. So I thought I would break up this video into 4 different segments. The first 3 segments are going to focus on what the girls are learning individually in their grade levels. And then the last segment, I'm going to share with you what they're going to be learning in what I call their group classes, what they're going to be doing together. So with that said, we're going to jump right in. I'm going to go through and show you the materials, and any and all information about what I'm using you're going to be able to find in the show notes below. So just know that. All right, so let's start with 8th grade. So my 8th grader for math, we do Saxon math, and she is in level algebra 1.5, and so she's getting excited about this one, you guys. So that's what we're doing for math. For English, there's quite a few pieces in English, as always. For grammar, she is doing Rod and Staff. This is level 8 grammar. And also, she's going to be working through analogy books. This is great, especially for SAT prep, just to get it started. This is Analogies 1, and she's also going to be working through Analogies 2. She actually found out that she likes analogies last year. We are going to be doing classical roots vocabulary. So she's going to be doing the level 6 book. We have not done this, so I just was like trying to pick a level to jump in. So we're going to be doing level 6 and we'll see how that goes. But this is classical roots vocabulary. Now for her literature and composition, I'm going to tell you what she's going to be doing with that when I get to the group classes, because she's actually going to be in literature and composition with her sister who's in 5th grade. So let's talk about science. Science this year, it's all about biology, and we are using, this is my big teacher book, but she's going to be using this book as her spine book, the main one that we're going to be doing. I'm excited about this. I'm excited to also review it at the end of the year to let you know how it worked for us, but this is her biology book. And then to go along with this book, I found this biology coloring book, and we used it a little bit before, but I will be giving you reviews on this as well. So this is her biology program. We're going to be doing lots of experiments. For history this year, she is starting U.S. history, and we're very excited about that. I have 2 spine, or when I say spine, I mean like main curriculums that are going to be the foundation of our program. And that is Joy Hakim's series, which is called A History of U.S. This year we're going to be working through the first 3 books, so just right after Civil War. The other book that we are going to be using as a spine is this textbook, which is by Halt, which is A Call to Freedom. And this is a standard, textbook, very standard U.S. history textbook. In addition to the textbooks, we have a ton of reading that she's going to do as well. So I'm just reaching for my big stack of books to read, you guys. She is going to start off her history with this picture book. It's called The Woman Who Lives with the Wolves. And as we're starting with Native Americans, so this is a storybook that she's going to be reading through. And then other books that we're going to work through this year, they're not in any order here. This is called The History of White People. It is by Painter. To Tell a Free Story, this is autobiographies of first century Afro-Americans. Middle Passage by Charles Johnson. If you haven't read this book, it's a great book. Read it. And then she's also going to be reading slave narratives of Sojourner Truth, Nat Turner, Frederick Douglass. There's some others. I don't have them here yet, but there's some others. And then this is Before Freedom, When I Just Can Remember. This is also a collection of slave narratives as well, but some of the lesser known narratives that's in this book. And also she is going to be reading about Benjamin Franklin as well. And then this is a resource that she's going to use to just help her. It is the Everything You Need to Know About American History. So I just grabbed this as I thought it would be a good resource for her this year. Okay, you guys, so that is what she is learning in her 8th grade year by herself. These are just her individual classes. And next up, we'll jump into what my 5th grader is learning. Okay, 5th grade. So my 5th grader, her individual classes with me are, let's start with math. She is in Saxon level 6-5, which is their fancy way of saying Saxon 5th grade. This is what her workbook looks like, the teacher manual and workbook. For English, she is doing Rod and Staff as well. This is Rod and Staff grade level 5. This is what the student book looks like. And also in English, she is doing starting vocabulary roots as well. So this is level 4, classical roots. And she also is doing spelling. We use spelling workout. She's going to be in level E this year, but it has not arrived yet from Amazon, y'all. So I don't have it to show you, but it will definitely be in the show notes below. And that's what she's learning by herself. 3rd grade, you guys, 3rd grade. So excited to have a 3rd grader. So like her sisters, my 3rd grader does Saxon Math level 3 this year, which is nice and blue. So she's excited about the blue color. I don't know why, but it excites her, so we'll go with that. For English, she is also doing Rod and Staff. This is the 3rd grade level book. And in addition to grammar, she also is doing phonics studies. So we are working through Explode the Code level 3. And then we'll just move into the next level when we finish this. She loves Explode the Code. Also for phonics, we are doing Stories About God's People, which is a wonderful, lesser known, I think, reading and phonics curriculum. It is by the same folks who do the grammar curriculum that we use, Rod and Staff. So this is her reader book. This is filled with stories. And this is an example of the workbook. But this reader book has 3 of these that go with it. So this is a great program. She really likes it. In addition to that, when it comes to other books, I have several just different books that she's going to work through from another curriculum called McBruffy Press. I'm not using their workbooks, but I do like their readers. So this is an example of just their books. They have lots of words. It's phonetically based, and it's just fun, you know, books and stuff for her to read through. And so I have all of those, and she will work through these pretty much independently. For spelling, she is finishing up spelling workout A, and then she's going to go into spelling workout B this year. And the other thing that I don't have to show you guys that she's going to be doing this year is handwriting. So we are using handwriting without tears. She's doing the cursive. She has like jumped into cursive so fast and pretty much has taught herself. So she's excited about doing the cursive. So that is what my 3rd grader is learning this year by herself. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what our girls are learning all together. I call them my whole group classes. So we start off our morning with devotions and with our Bible curriculum. This is called Who is God and Can I Really Know Him? This curriculum is by Apologia, and it's the first set, their first book, in a 4-volume series. So we do this one all together. In addition to Bible, we also do world geography together. So I use this curriculum by Halt as our spine curriculum. And then to this, you guys, throughout the year, I add several different resources like flashcards, notebooks, YouTube videos, things of that nature to help bring geography alive. In addition to this, we're also using Hungry Planet. We're doing the online resource, and I will be sure to include that in the show notes below as well for you guys. And then we are learning foreign language. Our foreign language this year is Spanish. And so all the girls are going to be using that. I don't have anything to show you because our foreign language program is completely online. So this is a brand new program for us. It's called Foreign Language for Kids by Kids. That's right. And it's a video-based and online worksheet-based program. Out of everything that we looked at this year, this is the one that my kids were most excited about. So I'm like, we're going to go with what you're most excited about. So I will also link the information where you can check that out in the show notes below. So that is all that my kids are learning together in their whole group classes. On to the smaller group classes. Okay, so I am so excited about literature. I'm gonna like calm it down because I get really excited. This is what my 8th grader and 5th grader are going to be learning. So they are in literature class together. What that means is that they read the same books, but I definitely do differentiate the work according to their level. And I will be talking more about that in another video because I have lots of folks ask me questions about just how I do that. I do not have all of the books with me right here today that we are studying, but I do have some to show you, and I am definitely going to tell you about all of them. So I want to first talk about the literature aspect of our class because they do literature and composition together. It's one class. So for their literature, we are starting off with The Isle of Blue Dolphins. And then we're also going to be reading Crisscross. I actually met the author of this book a couple years ago at a Christian writing festival, and it's an amazing book. His name is Alexander Kwame, so you want to check him out. And this is all in poetry, guys. So this is, oh, let me show you like that. I'm getting a cue from my husband cameraman to show you like that. So there we go. And we're also going to be reading Wonder, which is a new book for me. I haven't studied that one before, so I'm excited about that. We are going to be working through Flowers for Algernon, Our Town, Raisin in the Sun, and My Friend Dickens' Great Expectations. In addition to those books, we are going to be dealing with lots of poetry from a lot of different poets. And at the end of the year, I'll probably be able to give you more specific things as far as that part is concerned. So those are the books. I'm really excited. I think that they're going to be great. I think the girls are going to like them, and I will let you know how it goes. As far as the composition part of the class, I create all of those lesson plans. I also create all the lesson plans for the novels. So this year I'm going to try and be organized so I can actually share them with you guys. But we are working through narratives. That's where we're going to start, and we're going to be working through all forms of essays: persuasive, argumentative, informative, and they're also going to be doing a creative writing component of short story and play and poetry, and then they will also be doing a huge research paper project. So those are the type of writing that they will be getting throughout the year. One standard thing also in composition that they do every week, they have a current events assignment. And I use different reputable news organizations where they receive their articles, like Time. Time actually has an online Time for Kids, but I usually just go out and buy a bunch of papers, you guys, and they actually like to sit and open the papers and read them. But we do have a current events component to their composition class. So that is my mixed 8th and 5th grade composition and literature curriculum for this year. Okay, science for my littles. That's what I call this class. So this is my 5th grader and 3rd grader. They're working together this year in science, and it's life science. So this is our textbook that we're using. This is our main spine textbook. And in addition to this, I just pile on like a lot of resources, guys. So this is a very experiment heavy book. It's one of the reasons why I like this program. So lots of hands-on experiments. And then to go along and support what they're learning in here, I have several different books. I will show you a bunch of them. This is a resource from Usborne Internet Linked. It's the first encyclopedia of science. And this is Don't Know Much About the Solar System. That's a unit that they have in this book. This is 10 plants that shook the world, excuse me. So this is just a very informational, interesting read that I think the girls will like. And then I have beings and being plan. I actually have 2 of these, so this will be great because they can both work in this book at the same time. I'm planning to actually get butterflies, like the caterpillars, and grow them into butterflies. So this is a book that will go with that when I do that, which speaks about the life cycle. This is called Fly Butterfly. And this is another little book about plants called How Plants Survive. This book here is Green Thumb. It's an activity guide to indoor and outdoor gardening. This I really got for myself, you guys, as every green thing that I brought into my house dies. Like even cacti die. I need this book. Hoping to learn a lot. And this one is called Dig In, Easy Gardening Projects Using Kitchen Scraps. Also very interesting, as I have a kitchen and I have scraps, but again, no green thumb, but I'm hoping that we can do something fun with it and create living things, keep them alive. And last but not least, I have this wonderful picture book. It's just called Flowers, and it's about Gail Gibbons, and it's just a beautiful pictorial representation of different type of flowers. So in addition to all these resources, I also lean heavily on YouTube videos and nature itself. So spending lots of time outdoors and fun field trips. So I'm really excited about what they're going to learn in science this year. Okay guys, that's it. It was a lot of information. If you stuck around to the end, thank you so much for doing so. But I do hope that this video has given you just ideas or maybe answered some questions that you have as far as resources and curriculums to use for your children in your homeschool. As I said before, all of the lists of the books that I use, the ones that I was able to show you today and the ones that I was not, they're all going to be listed down below in the show notes, so please check that out. And if you want to follow along our homeschooling journey, be sure to visit me on our blog, which is www.happyhomeschoolinghousewife, it's all one word.com. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Happy Homeschooling Housewife as well. I also hope you subscribe, be a part of this family that we are growing. To do so, just click the subscription box. And that way, every time I do a video, it will come directly to your email box. You won't have to search for me. I can write to you. Every week, I do reviews on products that I use that work well in my home, in my homeschooling. And I also just share wisdom, tips that I'm learning along the way with you guys. So that's all that I have for now. I do hope that this video has encouraged you and has blessed you. Until next time, friends, stay encouraged and be blessed.